Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Sage and welcome to another video everybody. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 10 different things that you can do to get better at Pixel Gun 3D. Now, I'm not saying that all of these things will make you a pro, but what I'm saying is a lot of these things in this video will actually make you better at the game. You obviously are going to have to practice some of these things. Some things will maybe come naturally. So yeah guys, like I said, this video hopefully will help out as many of you as I can. If it does help you, let me know down in the comments, and if it doesn't, then also let me know down in the comments as well. Also let me know down in the comments what else should be on this list. And yeah guys, if you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe to the channel, because I do upload videos every day, and I do like to stream 3 to 4 times a week as well. I really have I have another video that I want to come out either today or tomorrow. It's a really cool video, so turn on those notifications so you don't miss it guys, and I might be streaming tonight as well. But yeah guys, without any further ado, let's get right into this video. Hope you guys like it. Alrighty guys, the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is how a lot of professional players or people who are trying to get better at the game tend to play more death matches and team fights instead of duel. Now the reason that they play other game modes besides duel is because they're able to focus on having to go up against so many more different types of players. With duel, you only go up against one person at a time, and then for the rest of the match you're able to accommodate for how they play, and you're able to predict what they do. However, when you go into a team fight or deathmatch game, you go up against a lot of different people, and what it does is it shows you a bunch of different playstyles that people have, and you're able to try and counter them better. This really will help improve your gameplay, especially if you want to start taking parts in tournaments. You're not always going to go up against the same type of player. Some people might be a left only strafer, some people might be a right and left mixed strafer. I don't know, it just sort of depends. That's just movement though, but there's a whole lot of different things that people do, such as different styles of weapons, whether or not people use ricochet, piercing, whatever it may be guys. A lot of people use different style gameplay, so what you guys will definitely want to do is go into death matches or team fight, and it'll help you to accommodate for different types of players, which will make you overall better at the game. And this will definitely help you, like I said, for tournaments, but if you get used to a bunch of different types of players, not only do you get used to them, but you also can get used to playing duels as well. I know I said you shouldn't only play duels, but obviously it's good to do it every now and then, because eventually you're gonna have to do 1v1s with people, because I see a lot of different Pixel Gun 3D YouTubers do 1v1s against people. So if you want to do a 1v1, obviously playing deathmatch will help in that, because you will be able to accommodate for their playstyle. So the second thing I'm going to be talking about guys is sensitivity. Now the biggest mistake that any pro player or anyone who's trying to get better at the game, the worst mistake that they can make is constantly changing their sensitivity, and I myself have fallen victim to this many times. Basically people always say they are not really used to a sensitivity, and then they try to change it. You should definitely refrain from constantly changing your sensitivity. What it does is it makes it so that you're constantly playing and it feels different all the time. So you're never going to find a sensitivity that feels right because you're not used to one. Whenever something feels normal or it feels right, but that's because you're used to it, right? Well, if you keep changing your sensitivity, you will never ever get used to the sensitivity, and you'll never be able to improve, because all you do is change it because it doesn't feel normal. And like I said, I myself have fallen victim to this numerous times. I change my sensitivity way more often than I'd like to. I definitely gotta find a sensitivity that works for me, and you guys should definitely do the same if you want to get better. You can choose if you are somebody who likes to 3-cat spam, maybe you want to get a sensitivity that's towards the middle, maybe 40 and below. And if you're somebody who spams regular, then you can just use a higher sensitivity, but try and find one that works for you. Don't just constantly change it, because if you constantly change it, like I said, you'll never be able to get used to it, and then you're just going to be stuck in a loophole forever guys. Okay, so there's probably going to be a few people who disagree with me on this, because there are some people who like it and some people who don't like it. It's a very controversial topic, but I'm going to be talking about the aiming help feature. You do not want to turn on the aiming help feature. I actually did try it out and I tested it. It really does help your aim when you're really close to people. Eventually, you're going to start getting criticized by everybody because you use the aiming help. Now, again, I don't want to offend anybody who uses it, but it quite literally takes away the actual purpose of aiming in the game. For far away means it doesn't really change much. However, if you are really close to somebody, it does help your aim greatly. Whenever you're near somebody, you're gonna have like a hard time struggling to, like look around and trying to get the person who's right in front of you. However, with aiming help, guys, it does literally push your screen, like your crosshair, towards them, and it will push it right towards their chest. And this has two different things. The first thing is that you won't be able to get a headshot as easy because the aiming help brings it towards the center of their hitbox, which is towards the center of their body, like the chest area. And it's not going to bring you towards the head, which means you will never be getting headshots. And if you rely too heavily on the aiming help feature, whenever you turn it off, you will have such a hard time being able to play normally that you might not even be able to do it at all. And it's something that I see a few people do, not really the pro players in the community, but there's definitely some casual players who abuse the aiming help system because they never actually have to try at the game. They just have to, turn on their aiming help and spray and pray, and honestly, it works for them, then good for them. But it's definitely not something you want to do if you're trying to become a pro at Pixel Gun 3D. So the fourth one I'm going to be talking about is definitely a weird one, to say the least. It's really hard to explain, but I'll do my best to do so. And if you have any questions about this one, let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to try and explain it further. But what this is, guys, is if you play 2v1, say you want to go up against 2 people or even 3 people. If you do like a 2v or 1v3 or 1v2, whatever you guys want to do, definitely do a 1v2 or 1v3. And the reason that you should do this, guys, is because you're going to have a hard time focusing on one person. Then you're gonna have to do 2 people, which is even more difficult. And once you get used to that, you can basically become a god at Pixel Gun 3D, because being able to focus on 2 people at once definitely helps your multitasking abilities. It makes you be able to do so many more things at once in the game. You can cat spam easier once you get used to so many people. You can have that like I was saying earlier, the correct sensitivity. You can have that matched with this. It sort of falls hand in hand. But you definitely want to do 1v2s, and a lot of people like to do 1v2s on random maps, but there are 2 maps that you should definitely do them on. The first map is either Pool Party, which is obviously it's a map on team deathmatch and deathmatch. That's a really popular map that I see for 2v1s. And the other one is that you should definitely play on is the Nuclear City one. The Nuclear City I see used in a lot of montages for pro players, and I tried it out myself, and I have found yes, indeed, the Nuclear City and the Pool Party are the best 2 maps to do 2v2s on. Specifically the Nuclear City, that's a lot more difficult for you to do than just an open map such as the Pool Party, because the Pool Party is still good because it's small and it's easy for people to come out, and you're able to deal with them faster. But the thing is with the Nuclear City is that there's a lot more obstacles. It's not as open. There's things you can hide behind. There's buildings everywhere. And with that, you can get used to different maps whenever you want to go play in a deathmatch or a team fight, whatever. Whenever you want to go into a really big open map, if you're used to really small maps such as the Pool Party, you're going to have a difficult time. So, and it does work. However, I do recommend you use the Nuclear City one. It's a little bit more efficient. So the last one, guys, is probably going to be pretty obvious, and that's 3 category spam. So I will have another thing sort of combined with this one to make it a bigger topic, but I do have a whole video on 3 category spam, and I also have a video on best loadouts for 3 category spam. So if you want to check those things out, the link to those videos are down in the description. They better explain it. They go into further depth about what I'm talking about, so be sure to check out those videos, guys. So basically, guys, I will be talking about 3 category spam. So 3 category spam is something that the majority of the pro players in this game do nowadays. You don't see any pro players who claim to be pros who just spam area damage. They spam gadgets. They don't spam assault rifles. That's not really what they do. That's the regular play style. Well, what you're going to want to do is 3 category spam, and that's basically, if you guys don't know what it is, which the majority of you guys do, but if you don't, 3 category spam is quite self-explanatory. You use 3 different categories in a loop, and you spam them over and over and over again. So, for instance, you can do from sniper to backup to special, or you can do the special category to the sniper category to the backup category. It's just those are the main 3 categories that people use for 3 category spam. You sometimes see people with primary when they use a shotgun, for example, but for the most part, those are the 3 that people use. So, like, one thing that I know for sure about 3 category spam is a lot of people don't like if you rocket jump spam, if you rocket jump with it. And I don't really promote rocket jumping, but there are some times where you do have to rocket jump. For instance, like whenever you get into a lobby with somebody who is spamming rocket jump and gadgets and area damage and etc. What you're gonna have to do, obviously, is rocket jump so that you're not constantly being annihilated, guys. But yeah, guys, you should definitely be practicing a 3 category loadout. You can find one that works for you, and you just keep going over and over until you, like, are really comfortable with it, and then you can go and do some of these other tips that I've shown you in this video. Alrighty, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like down below and also comment which tip helped you the most. I hope this video did help you guys, because I did try to find the best 5 things that worked for me and has worked for many other pro players in the community. I don't really consider myself to be a pro, but I am slowly but surely trying to make the switch over to starting to be like a more professional player instead of just, you know, constantly playing duels and stuff like that, like I was talking about earlier. But anyway, guys, if you did find this video useful, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe to the channel, because I do post videos every single day, and I do also stream 3 to 4 times a week, like I said in the intro. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure to join my Discord. The link to that is down in the description, which I will talk about right now. Hey, do you have Discord? If so, you should totally join the official Unity Discord. We accept any and all people who are willing to join. And we are always looking for new members, and as soon as you join, you can have easy communication with me and everybody else. So yeah, link down in the description.